Hi folks, in this video we're going to talk about visual research and some of the concepts we can use to make that visual research not just easier but better for us as digital artists. Doing visual research for our design projects has gotten so much easier in the 21st century. What was once a laborious task of cross-referencing library books and limited websites has become something as simple as a Google image search. The internet has become our go-to tool for research, and it's very powerful. However, with great power comes great responsibility. Google is very good at finding what the average user thinks of when searching for a specific term. For instance, if I'm searching for a fence, the first few Google image results are going to be the archetype of a fence. However, if I want something unique, I'm going to need to search either deeper in the results or get more specific research terms and keywords. This is where we as digital artists have to do the work. We need to do detailed research, not just visual research, but terminology research. We need to use Wikipedia and text-based sources to learn about the history of fences so that we can refine our search terms as we're looking for visuals that pertain to our specific needs. Only by getting that specific can our work really stand out from the average. While others research fence, we now research wattle fence because we now know that that is the term for a particular ancient fence for our Viking village. Advanced visual research will always be a combination of textual research and visual research. You cannot simply rely on visual searches. The best influences are never going to be on the first page of the Google image results, and are often never from the first term we searched for. It's a cycle going from terminology research back to visual research. In the past 20 years, image recognition and tagging of metadata has gotten so good that once we have the right research keywords, we can be more confident that we can find the results we need and influences that will lead to a unique project result. There are 3 different levels of research that you will do for a visual project: primary, secondary, and tertiary research. Primary research is an image of the actual thing. Typically in our work, that means a photograph of the artifact, object, or scene. This is considered primary because it's devoid of artistic interpretation. That brings us to secondary research, which is an artistic interpretation. It might be a period movie or TV show, or a painting of the subject matter. This research is meant to inspire, but not to be used directly, to avoid copying another artist's work. Tertiary research may be completely unrelated work, but influences you in a way that motivates you in the design process. It might be the way a light hits an object, or the color palette of a travel photograph. It's not a literal reference, but it helps you with your mood. In creature design, for instance, primary research might be images of lizards, skeletons of dinosaurs, accurate portrayals of birds or other animals. Secondary research might be an old scary movie, a game with a creature design that influences you, or an illustration from another artist. Tertiary research might be the way the sun shines through the leaf of a palm tree, or the vines on the side of a brick wall. You really need to pay attention to all 3 of these in any project in order to create a successful and unique design. But you should always know which is which, so you can create something unique and avoid derivative or outright stealing another designer's work. We all want to rush right into drawing or modeling or sculpting our designs, but you really have to pay attention to the visual research first. And without quality reference, the design will suffer. So take some time on your next project to really find great visual research at all 3 levels before you start. All right, stay inspired, work well, and I'll see you next time.